Madrid will be looking to win back-to-back La Liga titles for the first time in 14 years this season, but it's not just their Spanish title they'll be looking to defend after winning the Champions League in Paris just last month. And although we've got a few weeks to go until the season starts, it's never too early to look ahead. So Jimmy, it's time to put on your coaching hat. If the season started tomorrow, give us the goalkeeper and the back line that you would go with.
Okay, Poppy, I'll start the party here about Madrid. Now, I just want to throw this out there that they only lost 4 games in La Liga last season. They gave up 31 goals. That's second best in all of the league, only 1 behind Sevilla. So this is a team that I think is the favorites to repeat as La Liga champions and make another deep run in the Champions League, as they do. It's part of their history. But I'm going to start with Thibaut Courtois, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world between the sticks for Madrid. He put the team on his back, helped them win that trophy, was fantastic in the final in particular. He's going to be starting, of course. And then in my back line, I'm going to go with David Alaba at left back. I know he played at center back this past season. He did it to great effect, but we could argue that he likes to get forward. He scored a great goal against Barcelona in El Clasico, his first ever El Clasico, and we know that he has the tendency and the ability to get forward. He could also slot in midfield. I like him at left back, especially if they're playing opponents where they can get after them. Maybe if they want to go more defensive, they can bring Ferland Mendy in instead. But then you got Antonio Rudiger, who came over from Chelsea, Eder Militao, arguably one of the best young players, yes, young defenders in the world. And then Danny Carvajal. I think that might be their weak link once again, but if he's fully fit, then I think that's a very formidable back line.
Fantastic, Jimmy, and no many changes as I think there is going to be on the midfield. I think the Real Madrid is trying to find a way of bringing more players in the midfield. They know the cross that is going to be once again my starter, that Modric that is going to be once again my starter, because these two guys are the ones who brings the creativity in the midfield. The one who is going to give you the balance once again is Casemiro. It's true that at the end of the last season, we saw Camavinga getting involved and doing quite a fantastic job. Also, Dani Ceballos, the player who was on loan at Arsenal, also when he was involved, was one of those special players that when he's on the ball, every single time he's got that calmness, knows how to link with the strikers, and he's a player who I think that even though the Real Madrid wanted to give him all low once again, he's going to stay 1 year more. And there is no many changes for this Real Madrid. And why you need changes when the things are going well and it's been working? This is a team that won last year Champions League, won La Liga, and of course you need to bring more players at the team. But it's not in a rush, Real Madrid. They know they're up front, that and I'm sure that you're going to bring all the firepower that they have. But in the midfield, not many changes. Also, maybe I've seen Militao also helping in the midfield a couple of times last year. I think that also Rudiger played for Chelsea a couple of times as a holding midfielder in some occasion, something that can help also Real Madrid to try to give a little bit of rest to Casemiro, because Camavinga, when he played in that role, I think he struggled a little bit because he loses the possession and position many times. He's more a little bit like a box-to-box player. So I think that he's going to be my starter for Real Madrid. And if he starts today, we have to wait and see if Real Madrid is going to spend a little bit of money, because even though the Asensio was a player who played a couple of times there also in the middle role, he's expecting to be leaving Real Madrid. Still nothing happened yet, but I think AC Milan is waiting to see what Real Madrid have to say with him. And with that money, maybe to bring another player in the midfield. We have to wait a little bit more, but Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric once again, the triple to start the season.
Yeah, spot on from both of you, and Lucho, absolutely correct. If it's not broken, why do you need to fix it? Now, not many of us put money on Real Madrid actually winning the Champions League and La Liga last season, but it's amazing to see the fashion that they did do it in. And of course, the goal scoring was what got them there. I have the pleasure, obviously, of talking about maybe the best number 9 in the world right now. That's been up for debate over a number of years, but Karim Benzema is clearly the striker for this side. The way he's taken this team really on his shoulders, he's pushed them forward. In my opinion, he pushed him to that Champions League success and also the domestic success last season. 44 goals, all comps last campaign, 27 of them in La Liga, 9 more than any other player domestically, which was really impressive. And then 15 goals from 12 Champions League games last term, was simply sensational. I mean, Ballon d'Or has got it written all over it, the way he really pushed his team to the next level. Now, he's also competing with Lewandowski for most Champions League goals all time. 86 goals right now, both of those players sit on. And I think at the end of this campaign, with all of the news about Lewandowski, Benzema's more settled. He continuously knows his role with this Real Madrid side. That's continued to score goals, continue to try and, put another star above the badge and another Champions League trophy. So really incredible to have that guy up top for them. Now, the support act, as you can see right now, I've gone with Vinicius Jr. because I can't ever go against him. 22 goals, all comps last campaign. What an impact. Sure, he got the Champions League winning goal, but I mean, tremendous step forward in the development of his career. Really impressive. I mean, every single team really sat up and took note of this player being at Real Madrid, but what he did last year was sensational. So fun to watch that development phase. So fun to watch the statistics follow suit as well, with the goals, with the assists. 4 goals in the Champions League is just brilliant. Now, I think Rodrigo's position is up for debate. I'm going to give him the role right now, but I think we're all listening to the rumours. Obviously, Kylian Mbappe didn't sign for Real Madrid, so who are the other players who've been linked with Real Madrid? Rafael Leao, Raheem Sterling. Yusufa Moukoko is another one who I've been reading about recently in the German newspaper about potentially being that player who could go to Real Madrid, and he's still such a youngster. And Rodrigo's on the outside looking in at the moment. The place is his right now, but it's his place to lose. 9 goals, 10 assists, all competitions, but there's certainly room for improvement within this squad. This is such a dynamic, dangerous 11. As the boys pointed out, defensively and in midfield and up top, there's just not a lot of changes to make do with right now. Why would you want to change much about this lineup? But watch out for Real Madrid, because even though they are champions domestically, champions of Europe right now, they will always be in the lookout or in the hunt for that next superstar to join the ranks. And I think they're a little bit hurt that Mbappe decided not to go to Real Madrid. And at some point, they're going to look to add a superstar. Who that will be is yet to be determined, but I'm really excited about this 11. I don't have them as favourites to win the Champions League next year, and I'm probably crazy for that.
Is this 11 strong enough to win the Champions League next year, you think?
Why would we bet against them, though, Poppy? That's the question. I'm intrigued to hear where the guys go with this, Pop, because you've got an 11 that just won the Champions League. And we really didn't choose them to win the Champions League until they were in the final. So I can't sit here and say that my money's going on Real Madrid to win it. No. But I'm intrigued to hear what do you think, Lucho?
No, I'm not betting against again. No, I did it last year from the very beginning. Remember that we saw them losing against Sheriff. And once again, they made it. We saw them making the comebacks against Chelsea, against Manchester City, against PSG. And in the final, only 2 shots on target. Remember that, not having a lot of possession. But I don't know how they make it, so I'm not going to bet against them. Of course, I think that if they don't bring more players, it's going to be a long season, fighting for all the competition with a World Cup in between. That's a lot to handle to those players. And remember, this is not a very young team. We got Kroos and Modric that we've been talking about then, how many games they've been playing and how they've been holding this team until the last moment. But I'm not going to bet against them because it's Real Madrid. The history already proven. They won so many times, 14 already. So why bet against them? I think they're going to be there. They're going to compete, but I'm not sure if they're going to have the chances to win it.
I mean, this team is so good. Kylian Mbappe looked at it, was like, nah, I'm just going to stay at Paris and do my thing with PSG because this team's already got it all figured out. They also have a lot of depth. They got Tchouaméni, who's an excellent young midfielder from Monaco. Camavinga's already proven his worth. Fede Valverde proved that he can play in the middle. He can play up wide as a winger. He had an assist in the Champions League final to Vinicius Jr. They've got some depth now in the back line with Antonio Rudiger. I feel like they still have a little bit of a weakness on the right side. I don't think Lucas Vazquez is necessarily the answer at the right back spot, but we'll see if they can figure that out throughout the season. Obviously, there's a couple transfer windows where they can solve that problem. They have the money to do so. And then we haven't talked about maybe the best manager of all time, and Carlo Ancelotti. The guy knows how to win. He's a player whisperer. He knows how to get the most out of these players as well. Vinicius is a great example. You got Karim Benzema having his best every year, Thibaut Courtois. I mean, all these players just all of a sudden had their best ever years at the same time. I don't think that's a coincidence. So, yes, I'm not going to bet against Real Madrid either. I'm going with Lucho on that.
Well, it was smooth sailing, wasn't it, in La Liga for them? Not so much in Europe, but they won both regardless. Let's take another look at the 11 then that our guys have gone with. Thibaut Courtois in goal, Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger and Alaba across the back, Modric and Kroos in the middle, Rodrigo, Casemiro and Vinicius Jr. and Karim Benzema, the main man up top. This is the 11 that our guys say, but let's see what Carlo Ancelotti rolls out come August on match day 1.